Welcome back to Potatoes. Rutan Kabidge coming at you once again for another episode of Force of Nature. This is episode 5, inside of which we will be progressing towards, I believe, our close. We have 4 quests to tend to for this level. We're working on level 7 right now, towards level 8. One of which is Tame a Goblin. So we need to make chain traps to do that, which I have started the procedure already for some of the components. We have, let's see, make the tailor table, which is where I'm theorizing I may be able to make some cloth armor, considering we have sheep growing wool now. I also believe this one is going to be too far for the next Force of Nature. That will not be this episode, but we can perhaps start the trail. And then level 8, same deal. Now, there's also a sword, which I have found over within the anvil. New recipes as well for the bronze short sword and bronze long sword. I'm going to go for the long sword, even though it is one more ingot. Because that is 27 damage at a speed of 0.78, whereas the bronze short sword is 23 damage. So that's fairly straightforward as to why I'm just going for the big gun first once, But in order to do that, we will need to make 4 bronze ingots, which are new recipes on the forge. Or the blast furnace, I should say, sorry. But the bronze ingots require 1 tin ingot and 1 copper ingot each, and 15 coal. I see. Oh, so the rabbit running up, I thought that was a fox coming after me. Okay. So I have obtain the items already to do this, so we can start that going. I imagine this will take a little while to go, so we can let that continue in the background while we go over to the anvil. We can pick up the chains, which we need for the chain traps, as well as 20 more nails. And let's see, 2 copper ingots. Why did I need... Oh, okay, my bad. Because 2 of those stacks, 2 of those ingots that are now in my pack were supposed to become nails. I think only 1 will be enough, however, if I pick up these other 9 nails, which I had, which I already did. Okay. But while those are creating, those were to craft an additional chest, to which I will put inside these chips and shards and coins and such. Now we can also create 2 additional seed beds, which I've already got the planks and the soil for that, so we can place those down. That will bring us up to 10 seed beds to grow our plants in. Let's see, instructions towards the top. So now we will have 10 water per well load, and also 10 crops to plant, so that evens out kind of. Okay, so now those are growing, or building. Meanwhile, the nails are indeed completed now. So we can go up in here, and in our construction menu again, get the small chest. And I'll put that back behind the workbench, which is why I stepped it forward by 2 spaces. I don't know if you recall that from 2 episodes, 3 episodes ago, whatever it was, when I made the craft table. Now, while that is continuing, we can make 15 of the chain traps, which I believe, yeah, we need 15 chains, and any hammer, which we've got already. So 15 of those are now in the process. And that will be the first part of the Train a Goblin quest for the 15 chain traps. Now, I know we also, with the iron ingot and a copper ingot, we will make the two new tools that we can now make, the needle and the scissors. I'll make the scissors first because that requires the iron ingot, whereas the needle can be iron or copper. And I don't want to chance it using the iron, and the one that's irrelevant, or indifferent, I should say. Okay, so we got that going for the scissors. And the needle, I'm sure those are both going to be used, I imagine, for the cloth bench. Okay, let's see what else. I think we're about have the resources for this. Let's see, 15 planks, 10 nails, and 2 iron ingots. Or 2 copper ingots, I think. Okay, strict rope, copper ingot. Oh, never mind, you're down here. Just picked those up on the wrong stack. That's okay though, so we'll be using those. Need the space at any rate. Rotate. I have a feeling these ores are going to be in the way, so I'll pick them up just to get them out of the ground space. Same with the rope. Because now we can begin the tailor table. I'll have the resources. And okay, that I suppose that's not going to allow me to put it out here, is it? I need to be inside. I guess it does need to be inside as well. Okay, in that case, we will build that inside this one. I had made the second shack, I wasn't sure why. Now I know, don't we? Okay. And do the same, we'll leave 2 spaces behind it so we can put a chest back there as well. Now the tailor table is crafting. Meanwhile, the bronze ingots are completed. Pick those up. The scissors are complete. And we know we will also want the needle, so I'll craft that next. It's the other tool that we will be using over at the tailor table. Okay, while those are going, I might as well plant the next round of crops. Do, guess we have coffee, I think, with me. Yeah, we'll do some more coffee. I've been going through the coffee quite a bit. I've used 2 stacks actually in harvesting, so can't have too much of the energy food, though we may be starting to be able to reach the new ones soon. Not sure that I checked for new recipes on the food bench. I wonder if I can make a new food, because we also have a number of growable plants that I have not spent the time to grow. Probably do that either off camera or perhaps in time-lapse camera to grow up the different crops that we have down here. These are just from what I collected being out and about. Okay. Meanwhile, the needle is done, so we'll take that and we will start our bronze longsword. It's a better weapon. Okay. Traps are still going. The tailor table. Let's see. Needle. Go in here. Sure does. And scissors, I imagine, will be the other tool. Sure is. Okay. So let's see what we can make. Oh boy, look at all this stuff. Quite a few different armors. We can do pants and a shirt, leather pants, shirt and gloves, bedloin, and fur. Gray shirt uses burlap. Let's see. I guess you can't do leather coat. Yeah, fur coat. Unless perhaps it's a more complicated recipe I can't do. That's interesting. Boots, pants, gloves. Shirt, pants. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Warming. Okay, so these are cooling. Different stats. Okay. So we'll want burlap first, I guess, which is wool. So we'll go up to our sheep, grab the wool they have for us. I believe I have 30 prepped and ready to go. And if I'm not mistaken, it said 3 burlap, or 3 wool rather, per burlap. So I'll go ahead and make 10 of those. So we can perhaps start to make some basic clothing, so I'm not running around in my underwear. Okay. While the traps are still going, my bronze longsword is now completed. So that will be replacing damage 22, attack speed 63, and will now become a 27 and 78. So quite a bit better. You can see the sword not attacking anything. I can't swing it, but okay. Drop it over here with my other outdated tools. Okay. Now the chain traps are completed. So we'll take those. Okay. We'll enter the small chest to put shards and chips away. Ruby shard, diamond. Not sure what order these go in exactly, but I'll just drop them down in any random. Gold coins. More gold coins. May not have enough to fit it all. Of course, these are all common drops for the most part, but generally try to keep, I don't know, something about gold and money coins. I want to keep them safe, even if they are not likely to be stolen by ravaging creatures. Okay. And I think that'll wrap us for the moment. I will probably come back in for some speed showings, as I may do some reorganizing as well, because this does need some cleaning up. It's becoming quite messy. I think I said that towards the end of the episode, but that's an off-camera thing. But then we will continue further. Actually, yeah, see now the tailor table is done, so that one's off the list. Tame a goblin, we got the traps, so we can go out and try taming a goblin. Actually, we can do that fairly soon on. Since we have those traps, we'll put those down here instead of the burlap traps. And let's see, actually let's wait until the light time. We will go out and see if we can't tame a goblin. Okay, you saw me tame a goblin. Not sure which take I got. I actually tried two, but one didn't go as well as I had hoped. Go out and test him, however, see how he fights. So I know he's kind of like a battle pet, as it were. It's only level 1, of course, but I have him set to follow me. I'm not sure if he engages by himself or... Yes, he does intercept. There we go. Okay. We'll keep him to follow me, and he'll help us fight. Also doing a little better with the bronze sword. So now we'll go and look into some armor. Okay. Well, I've made a bunch of nails and planks for a fence to put our goblin in, so he's not wandering about getting in the way. But I've also made the components of the nails and the planks and rope, I think it was, to create an additional chest, so I can put some alternate sets of armor in here is my thought, because clearly there are at least 3 different sets available. We'll place the chest there. Hopefully we can reach it behind that table. I think we can. It's going to be close. We're also going to pick up the pelts, because pelts are used in the fur armor. We'll get some clothing to wear with our workbench. Now, we know the fur adds warmth, so I don't think I want to use that for armor 4. I'm going to stick with the leather, which is armor 6, and it's 10 movement speed. It needs the burlap, which, remember, I made 10 burlap. I guess is all I could make for now. I may have to grow some more wheat. We will see. Wheat in order to get wool, in order to get burlap, in order to get clothing. It becomes quite a chain. It's the boots we were talking about. Yeah, here we go. Movement speed and armor 6, so I will craft that and get that going. Okay, that's complete now. Next, we know we want the leather gloves. Again, that's the highest armor. Burlap, plenty of leather, we got all that. Let's start that. Not enough free space. Yeah, okay. Okay, and the gloves are complete. Pick those up first this time so it doesn't halt it. But then the leather pants are the other we want. Again, it's the highest armor with no temperature modifiers. Okay, and the pants are done. Now the only piece that's left, I believe, is the head. So you get boots, gloves, and pants. So for the head, we have a fur hat. See, that is 3 warmth. We're an armor of 4. Another hat. I guess that's the only other hat option, isn't it? So, fur hat it is. And yeah, I paused in the middle of this craft. It's still cooking over there, but I'm going to need one more burlap, I think. I have one, and it's been taking 2 per. So the shirt needs 2, which requires 3 wool. So I'll feed these guys once while the fur cap is completing. Doesn't take too long, but type of thing where I would normally speed through if I'm doing this in quantity. I'll run them up till they're 10 or 15 on them, so I can just walk over and grab them as I need them. Makes it a little easier. Okay, get this in for the shirt, which is the last piece. You saw in the background briefly there, silently, I took the hat out. We'll open our character sheet and equip it all and see what difference it makes in my stats. Okay, 2 burlap. So the shirt. Oh, it's 4 burlap. Very well. In that case, I will probably fade out and back because I have to feed those sheep 2 more rounds. So we'll speed through this. Actually, yes, those are going. What I should do is I'll start doing the fence with the goblin. Okay, well, saw me running around silently. Got the fence up for the goblin, as I had said. You can see him up there stretching his arms ahead of us. But now we have obtained enough of the burlap to create the gray shirt. I think is the one we will do because we don't want to have to worry about. What was I considering? Yeah, it's 3. It was 4. Because I don't want the additional 6 for the warming effect. I think that would be too much. So I'll just stick with the gray shirt. The bedloin cloth. He has no armor either, so yeah, we'll just stick with that, and off it goes. Okay, and with that done, we now have a full set of armor. Should actually probably make the other clothing, put that in the chest there as well, but okay. So, we look at the stats. Let's see. Speed 3 meters a second, because we know that was for the boots, right? And armor is at 13.2. And I take 88% of the damage. I think those are the stats that change. Yeah, so armor 19.2. Yeah, absolutely. And 0.3 meters a second. So 10%, that makes sense. It says speed plus 10. It's actually 10% though. Interesting. Okay, I don't think it does anything, no change. Leather gloves should increase the armor some more to 25 too. Same with the leather legs to 33. And then the hat. See what happens if it gets hot. I may have to take the hat off periodically. That brings our armor up to 37 and down to 73%. So substantial increase there. All right, I got a sword and some armor, so I'm off to go running elsewhere. We didn't take our pet goblin along with us, so we'll probably get his ass kicked, but we'll avoid that for now. So now we'll run up. Actually, I'll do some inventory cleanup first, but next we will head north and start finding our way towards the next shard of nature. Okay, well, as I was fumbling around, I was looking at the other recipes and comparing them. I think I am going to go with the fur coat, actually, because there's enough space within the temperature range, I think, for a degree change of 6. It'll still fall within the safety range, so I'll let that complete. We'll put it on and get our final armor rating for this level. It's now complete. So if we go into the character screen, see the temperature outside is 25 and the range is 17 to 30. So if I put this on, where'd it go? Here it is. It'll increase my armor from 42, but now the comfortable temperature is 11 to 30. So that didn't even affect the lower end. Pretty good. Now I can use that chest that I placed there, as I already said. If I can reach it, yes, good, okay. The first piece of spare armor, but now that's what we're going to look like running around for a while. And in the meantime, around town, though, been working on strawberries lately. Grow a bunch of them up. And we'll grow a bunch of violets. And rosemary. Salvia. It's the third of the resources required for the tea that will cure poison. Right. Now, as I had mentioned, the herbal tea was something that I can craft using the violet, rosemary, and salvia. They're one each, which is why I've got all the water stockpiled up as well. As you can see, I made a bit more coffee as well while I was harvesting. So if we go in, we can now make this herbal tea, and we'll make a couple hundred of those so we can cure poison when we come across critters that want to poison us. I haven't seen those yet, but they'll be coming soon, I have no doubt. Okay, the herbal tea is done. Pick that up, put it down in our hot bar. It'll cure us of poison. Should really top off on the coffee too, I suppose. But the other food I'm going to make is a bunch of these strawberry desserts, which add health fairly quickly, actually over 10 seconds, as well as stamina, whereas the meat is only half that health and what more than twice the time. So I have enough milk and eggs to make 70 of these from the animals I've been feeding. You notice I'm growing wheat again as a result, so keep those going. And we're also doing hydrangea, as well as, and lastly we have lettuce. Not exactly sure what this is for. Same with the hydrangea at this point, but I'm sure we will see that as time goes on. And all the while I've been harvesting those 5 plants, I've also been burning my stamina by chopping trees down. And apples are always a welcome sight. Any fruit tree really is along the way. Well, this is the final video that I'm recording for this episode in this run, though it's not the last you will see. So things are a little out of sequence in my mind, but just wanted to finish up while the remainder of the coffee completes. That I had spent quite a bit of time around the base as well, just laying stuff out, uh, sorting, getting stuff out of miscellaneous piles, so it's a bit more manageable now, as well as managed to catch quite a few animals, which I didn't log in the videos previously. How I've been getting my milk and eggs, which I've been using for the strawberry torts, which I've also grown a bunch of them too. So, just a last minute cleanup of the end of my little village. Well, that should just about do it for the prep work before we venture out. I've still got quite a bit to do as I am speaking. However, you've already seen what I am about to do, if that makes sense. But that's okay, because I get confused sometimes when I do things out of sequence. All I'm doing right now, I'm just going to place down 3 sets of resources for 3 portals. Looking at the map, it appears as if we're going to need approximately 3 hops until we get to the next nature shard, which will be the final step to get our next level, which will be level 8. This is level 9. I'm losing track. Take a look. So yeah, level 8. But taking a look at the map, see, we went up this far to get to the second shard, but now we have to go this far to get to this shard, which will be the third. So I'll do a hop about here, and then another hop about here, and then the third hop will be right near the portal for the shard. So that's the plan for the next episode. But this episode, you already know what I have done and been doing. Flash from the past from you guys, because you already saw me finish with the rosemary and what I used it for. But, that's okay. It's the world that's wrong. It's just a matter of perspective. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.